In the first 3 years of this project, Res restored over 15,000 acres of a former agricultural site that was known as Riverby Ranch. As construction of streams and wetlands, and planting of forests and grasslands all near completion, our team is struck by the subtle signs that nature is beginning to reach for the reins.
I guess you would call me a field ecologist. Basically monitor here things day to day and report on how they're doing and make field adjustments as we see fit to habitat areas. We've come in here and we've done literally dozens of miles of stream restoration and thousands of acres of very manual habitat restoration, and that's the type of work that needs to be done because for 100 years prior it was so degraded beyond what nature could do to repair itself. And now the work that we've done is sort of in quantity as an inverse to what has been done for the 100 years prior, that nature is kind of starting to take the reins again.
The tipping point from restoration to stewardship doesn't happen in a day, or even in a season. Res will be carefully monitoring for a long time, troubleshooting areas where nature might still need a boost, but the shift is unmistakable for the on-site team.
We've completed everything we needed to out here, and the day-to-day has turned into something that needs to be fluid. When you come out to a place that's 16,000 acres and grasslands go in a certain time and trees go into a certain time, wetland plants go into a certain time, you went from structure as far as we need to get this habitat done, we need this habitat done, to now it's, all right, 17,000 acres, different habitats across it, and we need to go attack this one, but at the same time we're attacking this one, we need to hop over here and attack that one. And then trying to make it to where you have a plan, but Mother Nature's gonna do what she wants to do. I guess patience has been my biggest lesson I've learned. You have to be patient. You can't just get it all done and crunch it.
Monitoring the ecological success of the restoration means paying close attention for signs of biodiversity, keeping a watchful eye on the hydrology, how water flows and is absorbed on the floodplain of restored streams, and understanding what is working and what isn't, and adapting the project management to achieve the desired goals.
I think it's going amazingly from just an ecological perspective. To see the abundance of life is pretty amazing. I've never seen more birds of prey anywhere in my life. We've been walking through streams here and there were so many frogs that we couldn't not step on them, and it was an amazing sort of disaster. Talking with our bird researcher out here, seeing some of the birds that she's been seeing, endangered species, least terns, grasshopper sparrows, seeing a burrowing owl, seeing these sort of things that shouldn't be here kind of tells me that we're doing something right. And it's not that they're things that shouldn't be here because they're invasive, it's things that shouldn't be here because we as humans have brought things probably so far from what they were meant to be that them being here is sort of like a breath of fresh air for them, that they have an expanded habitat.
So I moved to Texas about a year ago, just over a year ago, and kind of took over in Texas as the predominant design engineer with a focus on streams. So at this point, there's not a ton of design that needs to be done anymore, but really entering that maintenance and monitoring phase. I'm blessed to be close enough that I can come see it whenever I want. You know, if we have a big rain and I want to go see how some of the streams are reacting, I can just get in my car. Everything that I have looked at, and I will say that I've not looked at all the streams on the property, but I've seen, you know, probably 50 to 60% of them, and I think they're all looking very good. It's the most vulnerable time. It's the time where you don't have vegetation, and I think that's, as stream designers, what we're counting on to really hold our projects together eventually is the vegetation. So it's the scary period, is that first, you know, 1 to 2 to 3 years where the vegetation's immature, and eventually you won't even be able to see the streams, which is sad, but it's also a good thing because it means everything's going to hold together.
For the team that spends every day here or lives on the ranch, the experience is even deeper and touches family life and personal legacy.
It's pretty cool to come out here, especially living out here now. I've seen the site through the seasons, because prior I would make trips up here every month to come and visit, and you only get snapshots in time, but to feel a cold front blow through or to watch rain come from the west from 5 miles away, it really kind of helps you understand nature's sort of micro responses to, I guess, abiotic factors. I guess from a family perspective, it's been amazing seeing my children come alive in nature. I think as people are designed to do has been really awesome. And it's pretty cool being alone in the middle of 16,000 acres with your family laying on a picnic blanket, playing in the evening, watching the sunset, timing how many cars come by and seeing 1 car an hour, hearing nothing. It kind of makes us feel like modern day Little House on the Prairie sort of thing.
So my name is Sheva Springer. I'm from Sumner, Texas, which is about 15 miles east of here. We've got multiple crews all across the ranch. So day to day, I'm all over the ranch checking on the guys, making sure they're doing what they need to do. It's been unbelievable being 15 minutes from my house. I've always known about Riverby Ranch, and I've never thought that I would actually be working out here. I'm actually excited to see what it'll be like, and I've thought about that myself, but I'll definitely bring my family, bring my children when I have children out here, show them everything that our company has done out here, and hopefully get an awesome reaction from them.
For me as an ecologist who wants things to be resilient and sustainable, it's sort of like the precipice of changing hands of who's in control. And that's kind of the goal with restoration anyway, I think, is to get people out of control of nature. And we have to do a considerable amount of work to sort of hand the reins over. But once we do that, being able to watch, take a step back and watch what nature does and simply respond to nature rather than take over control is the fun part.